Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day before starting the video. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Clash in Paris was a record-breaking event as Triple H and his creative team went all out to make it a memorable affair. The premium live event saw Seth Rollins retain his World Heavyweight Championship in a fatal four-way match against CM Punk, Jey Uso, and LA Knight, thanks to an interference from Becky Lynch. The man's unruly actions towards Punk didn't stop there. The following night on Raw in Paris, she slapped the Second City Saint multiple times and also took shots at him, provoking him and intensifying his rivalry with Rollins. Hence, fans are now expecting Triple H to bring back CM Punk's wife, AJ Lee, to confront Lynch. In a shocking twist, the game might swerve fans and bring Bayley back instead. The role model has been feuding with the man since her return on Raw after the 2025 Money in the Bank. Lynch took out the 36-year-old in a backstage attack at WrestleMania 41 and took her place, teaming up with Lyra Valkyria in the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship match against the Judgment Day. After suffering major setbacks since her return, including unsuccessful attempts to win the Women's Intercontinental Championship from Becky Lynch, Bayley hasn't been in action for the past few weeks. However, she has been seen in mysterious, cryptic vignettes on the Red brand. On X, the role model recently posted a photo of her with CM Punk, and this could be a hint at a potential alliance between the veterans. That said, in a shocking twist, Triple H might bring back the former hugger instead of AJ Lee to confront Lynch for her actions towards the Second City Saint. If this happens, the feud between the bitter rivals may not necessarily lead to a match for the Women's Intercontinental title, since Bayley has already lost her shot at the gold. Arguably, it could result in her teaming up with Punk against Seth Rollins and Lynch in a mixed tag team match at WrestlePalooza. Bayley is a four-time women's champion, a former NXT women's champion, and a two-time women's tag team champion. Given her status as a main event act and her history with Lynch, she could team up with Punk in a blockbuster tag team contest. It should be noted that while this angle might sound convincing, it is speculative at this point. Fans will have to wait and see what happens in the weeks leading up to WrestlePalooza. If the above-mentioned scenario plays out, Triple H might announce that CM Punk would finally have his one-on-one match against Seth Rollins for the World Heavyweight Championship. Punk and Bayley could secure the victory in the potential tag team match against Becky Lynch and Rollins at WrestlePalooza on September 20th. This could lead to the announcement of a singles contest between the Second City Saint and the Visionary. The game could book Punk versus Rollins for a grand event like Crown Jewel, which is set to take place in Perth, Australia. That said, this angle is also speculative. In the ever-evolving world of WWE, where surprises, swerves, and shock returns dictate the excitement of the global fanbase, speculation has intensified about a possible game-changing move by Triple H. The chief content officer, who has been credited with restoring unpredictability and long-term storytelling to WWE programming since taking control of creative, could be planning another shocking return to the squared circle. For weeks, there has been chatter about the possibility of AJ Lee making her long-awaited WWE comeback, a move that would undoubtedly send shockwaves throughout the industry, given her legendary status as one of the defining women of her generation. However, new reports and insider whispers suggest that Triple H might have other ideas entirely, perhaps pulling off a swerve by bringing back a different legendary name. A seven-time champion who has not been seen in a WWE ring for years. If true, this could completely change the landscape of the women's division and WWE as a whole, heading into the fall season and beyond. Fans have been clamoring for AJ Lee's return ever since CM Punk, her husband, made his own shocking comeback to WWE last year. The timing seemed right, the door appeared open, and many in the WWE universe believed it was only a matter of time before AJ stepped back into the limelight. Her impact on the women's division remains undeniable. Long before the women's evolution and the rise of stars like Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks, and Bayley, AJ was the flag bearer for women who wanted to prove that female superstars were more than just eye candy or filler matches. Her charisma, promo skills, and in-ring storytelling made her a favorite among hardcore fans, and her abrupt retirement left many feeling like there was unfinished business. Triple H himself has dropped subtle hints in interviews that he would always be open to bringing AJ Lee back if the stars aligned. Yet, despite this optimism, the idea of a swerve is not only possible but likely, considering WWE's history of delivering unexpected outcomes when anticipation reaches its peak. The 7-time champion in question, who could take AJ Lee's rumored spotlight, is none other than a name synonymous with dominance and legacy: Mickie James. As a 7-time women's champion across WWE and TNA, Mickie's career has been celebrated across multiple eras of professional wrestling. She is respected by fans and peers alike, and her recent appearances in the Royal Rumble proved that she is still capable of delivering compelling performances on the big stage. Triple H has always been strategic about timing veteran comebacks, often using them not only to spike ratings, but also to elevate new stars. By bringing Mickie James back instead of AJ Lee, WWE could set the stage for fresh rivalries, nostalgic storytelling, and another major buzzworthy headline. Such a swerve would not only catch fans off guard, but also give WWE a proven workhorse who still has plenty to offer. Unlike AJ Lee, whose long absence from the ring might raise concerns about ring rust, Mickie has remained active in professional wrestling and could transition smoothly back into WWE's current environment. Of course, speculation about Mickie James being the one to return instead of AJ Lee is only one layer of the potential surprise. WWE thrives on its ability to blur the line between rumor and reality, and Triple H's leadership has leaned heavily on this principle. Over the last year alone, WWE shocked fans with returns like The Rock at WrestleMania season, CM Punk's Survivor Series moment, and even legends like The Undertaker making sporadic appearances to support current storylines. In this climate, anything feels possible, and that unpredictability is what keeps fans hooked week after week. Bringing back AJ Lee would be a huge moment, but because fans already expect it, Triple H might see more value in subverting expectations by going with someone like Mickie James instead. A surprise of that magnitude would generate headlines across mainstream outlets, while also reinvigorating discussions about the women's division and its storytelling depth. Beyond Mickie James, there is also chatter that the 7-time champion could be Trish Stratus, depending on how WWE counts championships in different eras and storylines. Trish, like Mickie, has remained active in recent years, returning to face Becky Lynch in a high-profile feud that proved she still has the ability to perform at a high level. If Triple H wanted to make a statement about the balance between past legends and present superstars, a Trish return would certainly achieve that. Fans would undoubtedly be shocked if Trish stepped back into the fold instead of AJ Lee, especially given that AJ and Trish never had the chance to work together extensively during their respective peaks. Such a swerve would leave room for countless dream matches, whether against Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Bianca Belair, or Rhea Ripley. The story practically writes itself, and WWE's creative team could capitalize on it instantly. However, it is Mickie James who seems the most likely candidate if Triple H is indeed planning a major return to swerve the fans. As someone who has openly stated that she wants her final run in WWE to be meaningful, Mickie could see this as her perfect opportunity to close out her career on her own terms. The women's division is packed with talent, and her presence could add not only credibility, but also much-needed veteran guidance. Imagine scenarios where Mickie steps into rivalries with Io Sky, Bayley, or Asuka. Fans who followed her storied rivalries in the past would find instant nostalgia, while younger viewers would get to witness the same intensity that made her a 7-time champion. In contrast, AJ Lee's return would carry a lot of risk, given that her absence from the ring has lasted nearly a decade. WWE might decide that investing in someone who has stayed active makes more business sense. The possibility of Triple H pulling such a swerve underscores his reputation as a master strategist in WWE's modern era. Unlike Vince McMahon's booking style, which often leaned heavily on shock value for short-term gain, Triple H has shown a willingness to play the long game, carefully layering his storytelling while still delivering big moments when they matter most. This potential move to bring back Mickie James or Trish Stratus instead of AJ Lee would reflect his understanding of fan psychology. By dangling the idea of AJ Lee's return in front of fans for months and then swerving them with another major return, WWE could create a moment that lives on for years. Fans may be initially divided, but as has often been the case, the quality of the storytelling that follows would determine how the move is ultimately remembered. One of the most interesting angles to consider in all this is how the returning 7-time champion could fit into current WWE storylines. Rhea Ripley's dominance as Women's World Champion has left fans wondering who could realistically dethrone her, and a returning veteran might be positioned as the perfect foil. Similarly, Becky Lynch's status as one of the faces of the division makes her a natural rival for a legend like Mickie James or Trish Stratus. On SmackDown, the growing presence of Jade Cargill and Naomi opens up even more intriguing possibilities. A returning legend could clash with these newer stars in ways that blend nostalgia with fresh excitement. Triple H's booking philosophy often revolves around making every division feel important, and the return of a 7-time champion would only enhance that approach. Ultimately, whether or not Triple H actually swerves the WWE universe remains to be seen, but the speculation alone has already sparked countless debates among fans and insiders alike. The idea of AJ Lee returning will always generate buzz, but the possibility of another legend taking that spot adds a new layer of intrigue to the conversation. Mickie James, Trish Stratus, or even another multi-time champion stepping into the spotlight could change everything. But WWE thrives on these kinds of discussions, and Triple H knows better than anyone how to fuel anticipation without giving away the final payoff. If history has taught us anything, it's that WWE often delivers its biggest moments when fans least expect them, and that may very well be what's on the horizon. Whether it's AJ Lee, Mickie James, Trish Stratus, or another shocking name. Entirely. One thing is certain, the WWE Universe is on edge, waiting for the next big return. With Triple H steering the ship, fans know that nothing is impossible, and every rumor could become reality in the blink of an eye. The coming weeks will be critical in determining whether the company moves forward with AJ Lee's rumored comeback, or whether they shock the world by pulling off one of the biggest swerves of the year. Either way, history is about to be made, and the women's division is at the center of it all. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.